Your premier Ford dealership is located here in Cabarrus County, where more than 70 years in the business lends to an incredible experience for every customer, every time. Whether you're looking for the toughness of an F-150, the spirit of a Bronco, or the versatility of an Explorer, you'll find it all at Hilbish Ford, your truck destination. Come experience the Hilbish difference in Kannapolis, just a 10-minute drive from Charlotte Motor Speedway, or get started online at hilbishford.com.
How you doing, Chris?
Man, I'm doing good. Had to put on my rain galoshes today.
I know, man.
Dr. Dave is not here to give us our weather report, but we don't need him to say we've had a lot of rain.
We've had a lot of rain.
And we needed it.
I say we really needed it.
We sure did, and I'm glad we got it. I don't know the last time you drove over by Kannapolis Lake out there about where my parents live, and it's more like Kannapolis Creek.
Yeah, really. Look out, and all you just see is brown.
Yeah. So, cool. What you been up to?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just doing a little working, getting ready for a birthday party next week. Been planting some plants and cleaning the house.
That's right. That's right.
All the fun stuff for having people over.
Next Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Not this Saturday, next Saturday.
Right. Next Saturday.
I might be there. We'll see.
Okay.
So we don't have Dr. Dave. He must be downtown. He probably camped out earlier today with one of those lounge chairs to see the Band of Oz.
Probably.
That's probably where he's
that
at.
makes sense. Knowing him.
So without Chuck, without obviously Ryan is still on baby daddy duty, and as he should be.
Yep.
And we're still thinking about him and Tracy and them two beautiful young ladies. They're all good. So that's the report from the Dayvault end. And ball's good with you. You're ready to do this. Number 69.
Number 69. Let's go.
Right.
Some worthless farmland by the county line turned into hope, a dream divine. A mill rose up, a town was born. The whistle blew, that became our norm. They came for miles with calloused hands. Tiles were made on these southern lands. A mill town strong, a legacy. Roots run deep as the old oak tree. They said we were finished, our fate at stake, but we stood as one for pity's sake. Held our ground when the whole world shook. Look at us now, just take a look. From the hard-working mill guys in the weave room to the man in black and our wonders too. This town is strong down to its core. Our future dreams, oh, the mill before. Kannapolis, you rise evermore. KTown strong, we stand as one. From the mill to the land, look how far we've come. KTown pride in every direction. That's the heart of the KTown connection.
All right, guys, welcome back here to another crazy edition of the KTown Connection. I am the Rough Talk cousin Chris, and this is kind of my Rough Talk distant cousin.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Yeah, David Steele. So here we are, number 69. You notice I didn't say exit 69, but
you're getting better at that.
Number 69. This thing is just tugging right along. We're pushing almost 3 years before you know it. But I want to let you introduce our next guest, because you went out of your way to schedule again. But yeah, here we are, and we're going to have fun with it.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. Well, we've got a great guest with us today, somebody that is, what I would argue, an integral part of Kannapolis, our new downtown. Owner of Editions. We've got Dawn Evans with us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Happy to be here.
And you are, he mentioned it, right in the middle of downtown. Great location.
Yeah, we really lucked out with that.
And if you're like me and you like to look at trains, you got the trains coming on one side. I used to literally live across the street from you on the other side. And back when I lived in the Vita, and I'd meander in there from time to time. And it's just such a great setup with the
Oh,
books,
thank you.
cafe or the coffee
Yeah.
shop and all that. I mean, it's just a really great setup and a great service and business you guys provide to the community. And we'll get to that for sure. But there's probably a whole lot more about you that we want to learn and kind of encourage people to go visit your business, but also learn, why you guys ended up here and
for
just
sure.
learn about your experience.
Absolutely.
So
Sweet.
take it away.
Well, Dawn, you've been here in downtown for a while now. When did you
Yeah.
guys actually come into town?
It was 2017
Okay.
when we first opened the store. And that was a result of kind of a little bit of knowing ahead of time, working with the Downtown Kannapolis Incorporated group, and seeing what was getting ready to come into the downtown. We definitely wanted to be a part of that. Always loved working with that group and doing a lot of volunteering with the Kannapolis Arts group. Had a lot of fun with that and just kind of wanted to have a spot for the community. Coming up here from Houston, didn't really know what I was going to be doing other than being a stay-at-home mom at that point. Had a first grader, and decided maybe I'll go back to school. So spent a couple years at Rowan Cabarrus Community College. A little shout out to them. And had a great time there and ended up with 2 different degrees. And then I started going to UNC in Charlotte and was finishing up my biology degree and decided maybe this isn't really what I wanted to do anymore. So that's when I kind of got involved with doing some volunteer work with the Kannapolis Arts. Met some really great people. I don't know if you remember Michael Knox. He was kind of a crazy guy.
Oh, yeah.
Miss his energy at times. It could be a little bit much, but he is a great guy. And so that kind of rolled into getting more involved with the downtown group, getting involved with the city, seeing what needs needed to be met, I guess. Just not much of a community space downtown, especially with everything closing up the way that it was getting ready to be tore up and redone and everything like that. We looked at possibly being in the downtown on West, but I knew that it was going to be a mess for a couple of years.
Sure.
And I wanted to be able to be in a space where I knew people could still get to us during all that construction. So we got very lucky that Atlantic American or American Atlantic.
Atlantic American. You're right.
Yeah. They were shocked when I approached them and said that we were interested in looking at the space there on Main Street. And they were great. They came in, they did a lot of work on the building for us, put new windows in, cleaned everything up, and we rented with them for about a year, and then we made an offer to purchase, and they were very gracious with us on the price, and so here we are 9 years later.
Awesome.
Yeah, got a drive-through added on. We've gone through a lot of changes inside and outside, so creating more of a community space outside patio area, and the drive-through helped us get through COVID. That was quite a couple years. Can't really open the doors and sell books when you can't sanitize paper.
That's right.
Made it a little difficult, but we sold everything that we could through that drive-through window. I tell you, coffee, books, candles, artwork, whatever anybody wanted. We were ready to sell the espresso machine too. Whatever you need, we got you.
Wow.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, I was going to say, so you come here at a time when nobody else is flocking to town.
Yeah.
We like to talk about it. Chuck, Dr. Dave, he used to get on here and talk about, when he and his wife Sherry would walk their dog downtown, they could literally go an entire Saturday afternoon and not see anyone.
Right.
And this isn't that long ago.
Yeah, it's really not.
And even, I think back to before they started doing the downtown revitalization in 19 or 20, exact year they had started on some of this stuff, or 18 maybe even 17. But nobody was flocking to town. So, that was not just an investment financially. Probably had to ask yourself, are we crazy for doing this? Was there ever some questioning times within you and your husband?
Sure. With me not going back to school, and I was doing, like I said, a lot of the volunteer work with DKI and things. And then when the city decided that they were going to be able to purchase the downtown, DKI, the purpose we had to pivot the purpose. So we became more of a volunteer base to help keep promoting stuff on the downtown side of things, to help the businesses that were still there to, have a little bit of foot traffic come in their way. And so my husband said, well, you've always wanted to, maybe have a coffee shop of your own, or you like books, why don't you try to do something like that? And I said, okay. So, I don't remember what I had been out doing that day, running errands, but there was a bookstore in town that I had gone to many times, and it had recently sold and been moved, and she was struggling a little bit with it. The Book Trader. I don't know if you guys ever remember going there. And the new owner said that she's still working full time. She wasn't able to do both things at the same time. She was hoping that it was going to be more of a retirement thing that she could do, and the timing wasn't right yet. So she decided that she was going to sell it. So I made her an offer that she couldn't refuse, apparently, because it worked out in my favor. And so that's kind of how we decided to start that whole project. It was more of I wanted something else to do. I needed a purpose, and didn't need to be a stay-at-home mom anymore. I was getting ready to have a 16-year-old, so he's like, I don't need you at home anymore, Mom. Go find something else to do. So we started working on that project, and then we needed to find a place to go, and that's kind of where we ended up. Like I said, I kind of had an inkling of what was getting ready to come, knowing what the downtown, the city of Kannapolis had planned on doing for the downtown, and I was excited. I wanted to be a part of that too. So
yeah, you're kind of old guard downtown Kannapolis now. You've been there before everything else.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Back before it's cool to be there.
Yeah, Miss Virginia's was there.
Yes, they've been there
got
forever.
A really beautiful new shop, and then Sunshine's, which is now Bonsai Kitchen. Shout out to Jeffrey. And so yeah, there was a few things still left downtown.
They're on Floyd Street now, I believe.
Yes, over by Foxfire Lanes.
That's a hidden.
It's a little hidden gem.
It is a hidden gem.
A lot of people don't know about that, but they're
so good.
Really good.
Love that food. It's fresh. It's delicious. But yeah, so we've watched the downtown come to life again, and it's been great. And Editions has started out with used books. Now we're new and used books, mostly new. We have gifts. We've got local arts and crafts things from different people in the area, local authors as well for the book side of things. And now we have a yarn shop.
I was going to ask about that. How did that kind of come about?
Well, I think my husband was just tired of wondering where I was all the time. You have a bookstore and a coffee shop. Where else could you be? Well, the yarn store, honey. Sorry. So yeah, we opened that. It'll be 2 years in October. And I gotta be giving my husband some props here. He is a master woodworker. Yeah, he and I single-handedly took apart all of the bookshelves that we inherited from the Book Trader when we bought the bookstore. We took everything apart and refit all the shelves that you see inside Editions now to match the floor, the wall, because nothing in that. It's 100-plus-year-old house.
Sure.
Nothing in there
matched.
is flat, straight, whatever. So we had to make sure everything, matched up. And he's built the cabinets, he's built the shelves, he's built the yarn room, all of that in there. He did all that. So I'm gonna have to start signing him up for work.
I was gonna say, put him to work.
Well, it looks great. It looks amazing. Anytime you go in there, it's just always vibrant and bustling. And sometimes hard to even find a table if you're going to come in and work for a little bit. It's always busy.
It has been very busy. And I honestly, I feel blessed because that's really what I wanted. I wanted it to feel like a place where people felt like they wanted to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
come and hang out, have a cup of coffee, have a tea, we've got all the sugary drinks you could possibly want to. But just come and sit and visit, or we've got people that come into town and need a place to work until they get on the train or get off the train. We've had people come into town. I don't remember if you guys were here when Bucky, was his name Bucky? Do you remember? He was on American Idol.
Oh yeah, Bucky Covington.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I remember
Yes,
now.
we had just opened, and they were having the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame. He's been in the store.
Yes.
We've had John Schneider in the store.
Wow.
We've had the second gentleman of the United States in the store,
Wow.
or the first gentleman.
I remember when he was
Second
here.
gentleman, yeah.
I do. I remember that.
And then we had Gavin Newsom more recently. He was in politicking when Kamala was running. And then we've had lots of just local government people come in and use this as a place for a meet and greet with them. And so
It's a good place to do it.
Yeah. We've
It
had
really is.
mommy groups and all kinds of just community people wanting to come in, use the shop for a place to meet up, or birthday parties for kids, and all kinds of things.
And it really is in an incredible location. We mentioned that from the start. I'm still old enough to remember that part of town going down South Main Street. Those were just all old, beautiful homes. So I still remember when some people lived in there before,
Yeah.
the mill started. Some of them got moved. Some of them got torn down. I remember that process. But it's just such a beautiful location. Have you noticed a difference over the last, 5 years since this town has really started to explode? I mentioned Vita. I used to live there, and some of the other, nearby condos and apartments. Just the foot traffic is. Have you noticed a change? The people,
absolutely.
are they still a lot of locals? Are you starting to get more out of towners? Like, what do you feel is the vibe you're feeling?
We still get a lot of locals, and it never fails. Almost every day, I still get people. How long have you been here? I didn't know y'all were here. And it's because they don't know that there's other stuff in Kannapolis aside from Walmart and Hobby Lobby and Sam's Club. And it's like, come into town, come back down into the downtown area. And they're like, this is great. And we tell them all about the other businesses downtown. We tell them about the ballpark. We tell them about the parks. And we tell them about the different programs that are going on with the library, with the schools, with the history associates. I see they're getting ready to get a new place.
Yes.
So that's all really very exciting. But we do still see a lot of outsiders, people who had just moved in the area. They want to know, where do we go eat? Where do we take our kids to the movies? Where do we do this? Where do we do that? And so we have a lot of space up at our front counter. We've got business cards, and we've got calendar of events, and we do a lot of local flyers and things for different meetups and information.
Well, I know you guys actually participated in the Charlotte Book Crawl, correct?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
How has that affected everything? Because you guys have been doing that for, what, 2 or 3 years now?
5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we started that as a result of COVID. Once everything started to open back up again, Jennifer, which she decided to not be on camera today, she and I had gone to a local yarn crawl in Charlotte. And I said, wouldn't it be fun if we could do something like that, but with the books? I said, it would be a great way to get people to come back into the shops and just get them out of the house. Like, come back out, shop with us. Don't go to a place that's also in town that likes to deliver to your house. I don't want to say bad things because they do have a big presence here in town. Yeah, so we started with 7 stores. And then it grew to 11, and then I think 15, and then we're up to 25 stores now. So it's within a 35-mile radius of Center City, Charlotte. Easy for you to say, right? And it encompasses Salisbury and Mount Holly and even into Rock Hill. So it's quite a big area. It is a month long, so it gives you time to really kind of plan out what you want to go do and see, and it gets people to see that there's more individual opportunities in these different stores. We are all selling the same thing at the end of the day, right? But it's like, what else is in these stores that make them unique, make them a little bit different? Like I said, we do new books, used books, coffee, and yarn. Then, there's Goldberry in Concord, and he's more literature, maybe, where we're a little bit more fantasy and contemporary, and we have a large following for local authors at our shop. And so it's just, everybody can participate and help with sales as well, getting people out into their communities and spending money that's going to stay in the communities.
Wow, that's great.
How much of an influx in traffic do you
Oh my goodness.
see
So
because
during the month of April, our sales increased probably 30 to 50%.
Wow.
Because it is, within a small amount of time. And that brings, I think this year we saw anywhere between 6,000 to 7,000 people participate. And so when they come into the store, at least with our store, we tell them, hey, there's places around here that you need to go check out while you're in town. We've had people come fly up here from Orlando, Florida for a girls' trip. We had a girl come from New Jersey for a weekend to try to do the whole thing in a weekend. It's crazy that
That's
we've
great.
had people come from all over to participate, because we've now reached that point where we are becoming more than just a citywide. Now we're
You're
regional,
expanding.
we're
Yeah.
statewide, we're northeast, northwest, Charlotte. But then we're also like the eastern seaboard. It seems like we're getting some more traffic
That's
that
awesome.
way.
Oh, that is great. That is great. So normally I like to ask our guests, that typically maybe grew up here, and you didn't, but now that you've been here for a good little bit,
Yeah.
tell us, what it is that draws you to this town. What you like about it the most, and the
Right.
people.
When we first moved here, we had a weekend to fly up here from Houston, and we had the entire state of North Carolina and South Carolina. And I wanted to look for something that felt like home. I'm from a small town in Ohio. It's a farming community, 30,000 people in the county, right? Very small. And I wanted that for my son. After being in Houston and seeing what craziness that was like, there were literally 12 kindergarten classes at just his elementary school, and each one had 25 to 30 kids in it. And it was a K-4 building. And yeah, the high school he would have went to looked like a humongous college campus. I mean, it was insane. And it worried me a little bit. I didn't want him to get lost and all of that. So I wanted to find a place that had a good school system, a cute downtown, close to a bigger city, but not too close. I wanted to see where, if we did stay in the area, that he would have opportunity for going to a nice school, having jobs close by, all the things that we didn't have where we had grown up and lived, because you had to drive an hour just to go to Applebee's. So, which, sometimes that can have its benefits too. But when we got here, we drove, we had been to South Carolina before. So we kind of took the opportunity to go more through North Carolina. And I was like, I don't really want to go around Raleigh, because that's almost like, the same situation that we had left was big,
Yes.
big city. Kernersville, Greensboro, High Point, just didn't feel right. Didn't want to live on the coast. We had just missed Katrina when we moved to Texas, and we were there for the next one. I forget what the name of it was. Started with an R. Do you remember? We'll think of it as soon as this is over. But we were there for that one, and I was like, I don't want to deal with another hurricane situation, so let's go a little bit closer inland. But I mean, it felt right. It just felt like it had that quaint downtown, had a good school system, close to Charlotte, but far enough away you didn't feel like it was
You're not a
breathing down your
suburb.
neck. Yeah, and a couple hours to the mountains, a couple hours to the beach, perfect. Lots of trees, had nice countryside. So, and everybody here was very nice, very pleasant. You had that Southern hospitality thing going on, which, I've always enjoyed that, being able to sit down and just have a conversation with your neighbor, and getting to know people. And so just made me feel like this was the place to be.
Glad to have you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I know the town, is glad to have you, just the store, the bookstore, the coffee shop, everything.
Yeah.
It's a great fit. So we're glad to have you here. I didn't mean to put you on the spot with that long question.
Oh, no, that's okay.
This show is still a sales pitch for our town. Hey, come on.
Absolutely.
This is a great place.
Absolutely. I tell people all the time that this is a wonderful area to raise your kids. There's lots of opportunity, more opportunity coming every day.
Sure.
Town's still growing.
Yes.
But
We want to grow, not too much, but enough. We don't want to become.
I understand that.
I'm trying to say this in a really good way. It's like we don't want to burst through the seams and become something like the outskirts of like a Katy, Texas. We don't want to be like that.
Right. I don't know if the landscape will allow for that, but you've got that going for you. But I think that there's definitely some quaintness that we want to keep and remember. The good old times. And Idiot Circle's not there anymore, but I hear stories about it from a lot of the old timers, and so it's always nice to hear.
It is. It's just a traffic circle now.
Sometimes I feel like these young kids with their loud mufflers are trying to bring it back.
Yes, that is true.
I would agree.
True. Kids are going to be kids.
True.
You're going to have them shenanigans.
That's true. What else do we have, Dave?
I feel like it would be amiss to have somebody who owns a bookstore and not, at least maybe get your top 3 maybe current reads and maybe top 3 all time.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Top 3.
Or at least maybe
reads.
what you're reading now.
Yeah, sure. So I am on the Dungeon Crawler Carl train. Book 8 comes out next Tuesday. And we are still on, I think we're on level 9, or no, we're on level 8. We're getting ready to go to level 9 in the dungeon. So Carl and Donut, I'm telling you, David, you gotta get in on this. This is my Roman Empire right now. What else am I reading? Oh, I can't tell you enough about this gal. Her name's Michelle Yabres Kapora. She is a young adult author. We're going to be hosting her tomorrow night at the shop. She has written a young adult fantasy historical book about Egypt, and it deals with the young pharaohs taking over. There's a fight between the siblings. There's magic involved. There's going to be a little bit of I don't know if I can say the word properly, usurpation.
Usurpation.
Yes, usurpation. Thank you. And we're going to probably see a little bit of a cliffhanger at the end of book 2. But that's what's coming out, or did come out Tuesday. And then the name of it, the first book was His Face is the Sun, and the second book is She Knows All of the Names. So beautiful books, a lot of fun to read. Third book I'm reading right now. Book club for this month. We're reading T.J. Klune, We Burn So Bright. It is a story about the end of the world. I'm sensing a theme here lately with these books. But it's a story about there's a black hole and it's getting ready to swallow the earth.
Gosh, I couldn't read that. I wouldn't sleep at night.
And it's following this older couple who had purchased an RV, and they're going to take their RV on one last trip.
Oh my gosh, they're talking about my parents who are on their RV trip right now.
To make up with their son.
You didn't know they were an inspiration, did you?
All of the different adventures that they have along the way. So I've been told it's a tearjerker, so warning for that one. My 3 all-time favorites, let's see. I'm a huge Stephen King fan. I grew up reading him, scaring myself to death before I went to bed. So probably my favorite of his would Tommy Knockers is probably one of my favorites of his. And then I love Jane Austen. Now you're going to see my gambit of my reading.
That's a good thing, though.
Yeah. And then I'm also a huge Anne Rice fan. So vampires, spooky, scary stories. But then I'm also a Regency gal. So there you go. Complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know you mentioned with the second book that you've got an author that's coming in.
Yes.
She's
a New York Times bestselling author. She's from Maryland. She's on a book tour right now. She's making a stop here in town. And then we've had other local authors as well. But we're looking to team up more with larger publishers, so like Source Books, Tor, Entangled, HarperCollins, Macmillan. So
because I know
hopefully we'll be able to bring some more.
When I was talking with Tina that we were going to have you on, she said, "Oh, you got to ask her about like your sponsored authors," and she's a big Emily Rath fan.
Oh yes,
and she was telling me a little bit about that whole situation. That apparently you guys are like one of 2 stores in North Carolina that what is it, like carries autographed copies up like
we have
at Premiere?
Yes, and we're part of her pre-order campaign for her newest book that's getting ready to come out called Devour Me. It's kind of a different genre for her because it's more paranormal romance. So not hockey this time.
So, no, I thought that was really cool.
We love it.
You obviously have started here locally in Kannapolis, but you're kind of stretching those arms out a little bit with like the book crawl and having these, great opportunities to have, kind of premiere type products or something.
We had a great event for Onyx Storm, which is Rebecca Yarros, her Fourth Wing book series. We had it was a book release evening, so we had to hold the books till midnight. But we had 200 people show up in dead of January. It was like 15 degrees outside, and they waited for 2 hours to be able to get in. That's dedication for a book right there. But we had a great time, and we thank everybody that helped us put that out there. The city of Kannapolis was great, worked with us to be able to host it at the Swanee Theater. They worked with us for, the use of the space, and it was the Parks and Rec department that was there and helped us out putting the show together and everything like that. So we're hoping to be able to do another event with them coming up in October. We're doing another big book release. This one's for Sarah J. Maas for book 6. Yeah, because 7 comes out in January, right? Book 6 comes out October 29th. 7, without seeing it, it's right in front of my face. Anyway, we're having a book ball, so you need to get your dancing shoes out and your fancy outfits and your fairy ears and fairy wings.
Take a picture.
Yeah.
Fancy outfits I have. I don't quite have the fairy ears.
Come on, fairy wings.
Hey, the Renaissance Festival's this fall. Maybe I could grab you some.
There you go.
Get some little wings.
Yeah.
Could you see David?
Perfect. Tooth fairy wings for David.
There we go.
Yeah.
Next week for your party.
Okay. Oh,
yeah. Absolutely.
I think we should.
Why do I feel like I know what gift Chris might be bringing now?
And
yes.
If we don't have pictures, or if it ain't on the KTown connection, it didn't happen.
Oh.
I have a feeling that it wouldn't surprise me. I have a feeling pictures will show up at some point.
There you go. Cool.
I think that hit everything.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited to have you on. Excited to have you as part of this community. Like I said, I feel like you're kind of one of our anchors in downtown that has been here for a while, and you mentioned earlier, kind of becoming a hub of the community where people can come and spend time and run into somebody and hang out for a while. So thank you so much for being
absolutely.
a great part of our community.
I just have to give a shout out to my team, because without them, Editions wouldn't be what it is. I've always, been very open to whatever the community's been asking for. So, we've had to adjust and change and grow in some ways and kind of take some things back. And but at the end of the day, I'm trying to just, make it a fun time for everybody that comes in, make it feel like it's a home space. We love to do things with the other stores downtown. We've got a yarn knit night at West Loop Local. It's free, open to the public. Monday evenings, we usually meet anytime around 5:30, 6 o'clock. And it's come, bring your project, sit, talk, enjoy it, a little bit of a snack, a drink, whatever. And then we also are doing our book club at Towel City Tavern, which is also free, no purchase necessary. And we do post the books ahead of time on our social media. And then we're hoping, like I said, to be able to do some more things with the city. We have an Knit in Public Day, which is getting ready to come up, and we're going to post information about that on our social media as well. So all kinds of fun things coming up.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned social media. Where can folks find you?
We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, website.
Awesome.
All the things.
All the things. All the places.
Again, if you're here within the sound of our voice, anywhere here in the KTown, Cabarrus, Rowan County area, on and everybody.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I think you'll enjoy it. Hey, do you think you could spell absertion?
Absertion, or do you mean usurption?
Usurption, whatever.
Yes.
USURPTION. Usurption.
There you go.
No. Get the nerds on the internet. Get in the comments.
Get you smart guys all there together. All right, Dawn, thank you.
Yes, thank you so
carving out
much.
the time to come spend with us. David and I had a great time. Sorry we don't have Ryan. Obviously, he's still on daddy duty, but I think we'll give him a pass for that.
Yes.
And Dr. Dave, I hope he's out there listening to the Band of Oz, and maybe if we hurry up, we can get out there and listen too.
Yeah, it was raining this morning. I think maybe that rain melted away, and he was like, "Oh, sunshine! I'm just going to go outside."
Yep.
So.
And Jennifer, she's hiding. I noticed she was strategically out of the camera, so you can just barely not see her. So,
just wave.
Yeah, just stick a hand in frame there.
There you go.
I don't think it's going to catch. We'll see.
Not quite.
But anyway, Dawn Evans, Editions Coffee Shop and Bookstore. Wait, what's the correct vernacular to say it?
Coffee, books, and yarn.
Coffee, books, and yarn.
Thank you.
Thank you. I know, right?
Well, that's going to do it.
If we could add puppies and kittens, I'd be all set.
There we go. Well, that's going to do it. Go give our friends over there at Editions. Go stop by.
Yep.
Enjoy it, and you'll probably be a return visitor. Thank you for coming.
Yes,
thank
you so
me.
much.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
That's going to do it for number 69. We'll have to find out who we can do next week. We just keep on keeping on. Do you play pickleball?
I don't.
Well, we've got some
I need
friends.
to.
We will. Our friends at the Carolina Pickleball Club, right down the street here on Chipola Street, off of 29. Great place. Tell them that the Rough Talk cousins here at the KTown Connection sent you. They either chase you away or they might give you a deal. One of the two.
All right. Sounds good.
It's a toss up.
It's a toss up. But anyway, guys, for David Steele, I am cousin Chris Hughes, Ryan Dayvault, and Chuck Irvin's not here today, but we appreciate y'all all for joining us, and we'll see y'all next
Awesome.
time.
We're out.
We're out. 3 for Dell. I guess you hear that ding at the railroad, the train station all the time. You're used to that.
Oh, we're throwing again. You wouldn't let me throw it the first week I was here.
Ron's not here to yell at me anymore. The Carolina Pickleball Club is a premier organization dedicated to providing a welcoming and competitive environment for pickleball players in Kannapolis. They are passionate about promoting the sport among seasoned players and beginners alike, offering skill-based competitions that challenge and inspire. Go visit our friends at the Carolina Pickleball Club, 724 Chipola Street in Kannapolis, and tell them the Rough Talk cousins at the KTown Connection sent you.